Hey friends, welcome back to Snip Snap Reviews. Today I'm reviewing Hotel Pennsylvania. So this past weekend I went to New York for Grammy weekend and I stayed at Hotel Pennsylvania. So let's start with the positives. Location. Hotel Pennsylvania is in a perfect location, right across the street from Madison Square Garden. The subway is right there so you can go to and from. Great stores, great food, everything that you can think of is in that area, from the bank, the pharmacy, different stores, different food options. Location is perfect. Okay, first thing that I noticed, check-in process. So when I got there was a long, when I say long line to check in. But positive, they have kiosks where you could check in at the kiosk, which I did because I hate waiting in lines. Okay, so I went up to my room. Ugh, not so pretty. It is very old and dingy in that room. Don't get me wrong, some of the rooms are renovated, but I chose one of their classic regular rooms, which I feel like is a crime that they're renting out to people. I'm gonna attach to this review different pictures that I took of the room. One thing that really blew me away was there was no bed skirts. Like, come on, you couldn't go to Walmart and buy bed skirts and put them in every room. Like, Walmart probably sells bed skirts for like $5, and if you go during Black Friday, you probably could get them for $1. Same thing with the television. Why is my television from like 1991? You couldn't send an intern to go shopping during Black Friday and get nice flat screen TVs. Come on, they have to do the investment for their rooms, or just don't rent out the rooms until you renovate them. And second thing during my check-in process, as I'm waiting in line with different customers, they too were complaining. I had a couple of people who said they stayed at Hotel Pennsylvania plenty of times. That's just how it is. One lady said the rooms are just a place that you just drop your stuff and go. You can't really sleep there or just, be there. It's just the drop your stuff and go type of place. Another person, talked about how, the check-in is always like this. There's always a line. And then I had two girls from Atlanta who came for Grammy weekend, was about to go off on these people. They was ready, and they weren't satisfied with their room too, as was I not satisfied. Second thing, customer service. When I wasn't satisfied with my room, that same day I spoke to someone. I said, hey, I'm not satisfied. Is there any way that I can change or upgrade my room? He stated, oh, we're all booked. Tomorrow morning, come see me and I can see if I can help you out. It's like, okay, I think I can, curl up in a tiny little ball and try not to catch a disease for one night. And the next day I did that. I went and found him and he was like rushing to go do whatever he needed to do. I spoke to him and somebody else. They said there's nothing they can do. Well, let me get a manager. I was like, okay. Waited 10 minutes to speak to the manager. Manager never showed up. That's terrible customer service. Like, come on. Your rooms are already not worth what I paid for. Then you're going to charge a resort fee for what? What are you charging me extra for when your room doesn't even have a bed skirt and the television is from like 1979? Like, come on. Big no. Honestly, like, the only good thing about it is location. My recommendation for Hotel Pennsylvania is stop selling those rooms until you renovate them, because it's not worth the price that you're charging people for. It's not fair. They're staying in rooms that are like not worth it. Number two, I feel like somebody needs to buy that hotel. Like, Jay, if it needs to be you. Bay, if it needs to be you. Even Blue Ivy, girl, I know your net worth is more than mine. Mine that could ever be my whole entire lifetime. You're gonna be richer than me. Maybe starting a kids hotel. Call me Blue, I'll help you. Or Diddy or somebody needs to buy that hotel and just change it, because right now it is not cool. I understand that it's a historic hotel and it was built in 1919. That's cool, but it's 2018 and it needs to be renovated ASAP. And until then, I don't think they should be renting out any of those rooms. And I've seen hotels that, you know, are antique and they celebrate the like historic items. Like I've stayed at the Knitting Line. It's very antique. It makes you feel like you're staying at Buckingham Palace because everything is very pretty and up to date, but still very like, you know, has that like historical feeling. But it can't have the historical feeling and be dingy and dirty at the same time. You know what I mean? I understand that this hotel has a lot of history, but you need to preserve it in a way where it's displaying that history, but also nice at the same time. Get what I mean? Honestly, I would give my whole experience at Hotel Pennsylvania an F. Sorry. It's the truth. You guys have to do better. All right. That's my review of Hotel Pennsylvania. Peace.